Okay, we're back. Let me stop. What's good, everyone? Welcome back. Welcome back to my podcast. Or whatever. What am I calling this? I have a name, and I've been afraid to say it because I'm working on a project with the name. But you know what? Let's do it because this is exactly like this name was. I was. My brain. I was gonna use it either way, like for all of these things that I'm working on, because it really is what all of these things are about. First, I want to say, just excuse my train of thoughts, just the way I I'm trying to communicate right now. It's like I have no words, and it's because it's been tough, man. It's been tough. It's currently about to be 10 p.m. And it's just, I've been having a tough time, and we're not gonna get into it because then I'll get emotional, and I don't want that. For now, But yeah, welcome back to Empowering Our Stories. I don't know how to act. Yeah. Welcome back to Empowering Our Stories podcast. This is a project by ELSI, and this episode is going to be about, what is it going to be about? It's going to be about, the story of ELSI, how it came to be. And this one's going to be kept a lot shorter than the other one because I have learned that my camera that's recording, it's recording this. Oh my God. It only records for like 30 minutes, Like last time it cut off, and I was like, why did it cut off? And I tried to increase the time, and it can't, And then I was like, why? And I'm like, Naomi, the SIM card you have just doesn't, it's not enough space. So I need to get a bigger SIM card. So yeah, we're gonna do this for like 20-30 minutes, but it's okay because it should be enough time for me to explain how the story, explain the story of ELSI. I honestly, like, what is going on with me? I'm just tired. I'm really tired. And I told myself I would do this because it would put me in a better mood just talking about it, and like, just having something to come home to. This is this is it. And so this is why I'm doing this. I'm not gonna record this again. Like, this is going out like this, and if I have to explain or clarify things later on, then I will. But this is what we got. We gotta stop looking for perfection, because it ain't it. And I'm also still trying to get used to like looking at the camera. Oftentimes I'm like looking at the computer that's doing all this recording, and I forget that there's an actual camera that I need to look into. Yes. Where do I start? Well, before we get into the story, let's take some three deep breaths, okay? So, you ready? So, exhale everything. We're gonna inhale, count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it for 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, that felt good. Now we're gonna do it again, okay? Okay, inhale for 5, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And not inhale, just keep it for 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Now we'll do it again without me counting, okay? Let's go. We're blessed. We are blessed. I am blessed. You know, I've been watching a lot of Twitch. I mean, for the past months. Yeah, almost a year probably. And I've come across, well, I really learned about this streamer en TikTok. Y a ver, se me olvida que voy a hablar todos los idiomas acá. Entonces, pues, JH, un colombiano. Se llama JH. Y ese chavo es increíble. Yo me doy risa con él. Y, a él se le conoce porque él dice, qué bendición. Qué bendición. Él tiene como un audio, ¿sabe? Un audio en TikTok. Y ahí él dice todo acá rato. Qué bendición, porque es muy creyente, es un cristiano, si no me equivoco. Y dice, qué bendición. A todo. Entonces, cuando yo dije, como que qué bendición, que soy bendecida, ahí en inglés me recordó de él. Y es que es verdad. Qué bendición. Cada cosa es una bendición. Y para serle sincero, esos últimos meses, no esta última semana, pero que esos últimos meses han sido bien difícil para mí. Y es muy fácil olvidar que cada cosa es una bendición cuando estás en momentos difíciles. Entonces, pues, nada, aí vamos, gente. Então, o que a gente vai falar? Eu vou contar a história do ELSI, que é uma marca, não sei se fala assim em português, porque no inglês a gente usa muito brand, sabe? Mas aí é basicamente não quero falar de projeto, nem é tipo uma ideia pela qual eu vivo e nem acho que sou eu, né? Eu acho que o mundo em si, né, vive dessa forma, porque se não fosse pelos valores que a ELSI tem, tipo, o mundo realmente não seria mundo, sabe? Porque não são valores que eu criei, né? Que eu criei, não são. Então, aí eu vou falar sobre a história, como foi que eu tive essa ideia, como surgiu, né? E o que eu tenho feito com ela e pra onde que vai agora, né? Então, vamos lá, gente. I created ELSI in 2015-16. And so in the first episode, I explained how I did my first travel, international travel, international travel outside of my native land, besides traveling back and forth between the Dominican Republic and the States. I did, I traveled to China for 2 weeks, my senior year of high school in 2014, April, I think it was. And I don't know, I've just always had this natural instinct to just want to learn, to just literally want to learn. And I'm curious if I was always like that as a kid, even like when I was like really young. But I just remember in high school vividly just not caring about what people thought. Like I just generally just wanted to learn shit. Like I was like, yes, I want to learn that. Like I just want to get into it. And I've always had this courage, this confidence in what I do and why I do it. And to me, it's incredible. And I admire myself for that. I really do. Because like teenager Naomi, I literally would be like, yeah, I'm going to China, so I'm just going to create a blog. And I think I might have had a blog before then, just to like write some stuff, I think. But I don't know. I can't confirm because I really don't remember. But what I do remember is that when I went to China, before I went to China, I vividly decided that I was going to start documenting like some of the trip. And that's, I created a blog called like Me, Myself, and I or something like that. And so I documented it because I really wanted to just talk about, I was going to China. Girl was going to China. And I don't know if I really genuinely knew where I was headed. Like I was going to be on a 16-hour flight or 18, I forgot. And what we were going to do. I just knew it was incredible work, to be honest. And I just wanted to do it. And I just had the confidence that, I was going to do it, and I wanted to write about it. And so I created, Me, Myself, and I think is what I called it. I can't remember. I think I had another name for it as well. And so I created it. And but in 2015, well, 2014 fall, when I learned that I could travel again, I was like, I gotta make something, to continue just recording these travels, whether it's like through video or through writing. Like I have to have a space for it. And I outgrew the Me, Myself, and I, or whatever it was called back then. I only have a screenshot of the Me, Myself, and I don't know if I had changed it to a different name. And so once I had made my promise, which if you listen to the first audio, the first first audio, first episode of the podcast, you would know that I made myself a promise in undergrad. Like once I learned that I could continue traveling, I was gonna visit at least one new country every year. And so I did, and it was absolutely incredible. So then I my first year, I went to Argentina. I did a program in Argentina. Well, it was like we studied the culture, language, the history, and then went over to Buenos Aires por 2 semanas. Entonces, en ese tiempo yo dije, no, tengo que crear un espacio. Y no sé, yo literalmente lo que recuerdo nada más es que me senté por un tiempo, yo pensando, ¿cómo le puedo llamar esto? O sea, ¿cuáles son las palabras que me surgen? Y no sé, pero, o sea, yo sé que me tomó algunos minutos. Yo sé que me tomó algunos minutos, pero ahí luego me viene la palabra experience, learn, share, inspire. Y me imagino que yo jugué con algunas otras palabras o qué sé yo, pero no recuerdo muy bien. Lo único que me recuerdo es el momento y lo recuerdo perfecto, que yo lo escribí. Yo creo que me pregunté cuáles son las palabras más importantes para ti. Tipo, ¿qué es lo que te gustaría que esto represente? Y yo escribí experience, learn, share, inspire. Y de ahí yo dije, wow, qué lindo. Y de ahí yo dije, hey, mira cómo se puede llamar. Y cuando yo coloqué la primera la primera letra de cada palabra, quedó lindísimo. Yo dije, uff, Naomi, te la comiste. Y ahí quedó ELSI, ¿no? Que es básicamente eso, experimentar la vida, tener experiencias, ¿no? Aprender de ellas y compartirlas para luego inspirar, ¿verdad? Entonces, yo en ese tiempo, no mucho después de yo haber creado ELSI y que me surgió la idea, yo recuerdo escuchar en un podcast que alguien dijo, you never truly enjoy something until you share it. No sé quién fue, ni creo que fue la persona que compartió esa frase, fue la que, bueno, la persona original que la dijo, porque recuerdo que había dicho que no, yo lo escuché. Entonces, no sé quién fue, pero el quien se surgió poner todas esas palabras para crear esa frase fue absolutamente increíble, porque en verdad cuando lo piensas, o sea, tú realmente no aprecias, no aprendes de algo hasta que lo compartas. Y por eso es que el compartir, el hablar con las personas, mismo que tú te pases un día solo, ¿verdad? Completo, pero el compartir esa experiencia o las reflexiones que te surgieron, que te vinieron en la mente con otra persona, es a donde tú realmente puedes poner como todo junto, y también, aparte, aprendes mucho más, ¿sabes? Entonces, esa frase a mí nunca se me ha olvidado, porque después que yo creé ELSI y después, después que escuché esa frase, dije, wow, my God. Sempre la tenho comigo. Então, é isso. Eu criei ELSI aí. Nossa, ficou muito incrível. Eu fiquei aí sentada só pensando nas palavras, né? Como eu acabei de explicar, as palavras mais importantes para mim, né? Ou as palavras que eu gostaria que aquele projeto de continuar de compartilhar as viagens, as histórias que eu tenho pelo meu caminho da vida, né? E aí surgiram essas 4 palavras, que é experience, learn, share, inspire. E daí eu tirei a primeira letra de cada palavra, né? E tornou ELSI, que ficou perfeito. Aí eu falei, nossa, ELSI, que lindo! ELSI. Eu falei, nossa, que fofo. Oh, menina empreendedora. Eu nem, pra te ser sincera, eu sinceramente não sabia o que ia acontecer com isso. Eu simplesmente queria compartilhar minhas viagens. Eu nesse tempo também comecei muito de gostar de tirar foto. Eu lembro que na minha viagem na China, eu fiz montes de vídeos, gente, montes, mas só pra fazer mesmo, assim, nem deixa eu fazer perfeitinho, só pra fazer. E realmente a minha mãe me inspirou muito, porque ela fazia muitos vídeos através dos anos da gente crescendo, né? E é muito lindo. Eu acho que eu crescendo, né? Vendo ela gravar tudo, aí eu fiquei com isso. E eu gravei a minha viagem na China, mas aí quando eu comecei graduação, né? Graduação? Graduação, a faculdade, a gente tá a gente tem como se diz? Nossa. Muitas vezes quando a gente fala de faculdade, a gente fala de undergrad, por isso foi que eu pensei graduação. Mas aí na faculdade eu comecei muito a gostar de travel photography. E eu gostava muito da ideia de colocar, tipo, num frame uma linda história, né? Que fique muito com... Eu não sei como explicar muito, mas se eu gostasse disso ali que tá acontecendo, eu queria muito tirar foto que ficasse... Nossa, aí tem algo, né? Aí tá acontecendo alguma coisa. Aí tá... Eu não sei. E eu aí comecei a tirar muitas fotos. E se querem, vocês podem, né, ver as fotos no meu site. Excuse me. Man, I had a good dinner and still could still feel the gases. But yeah, travel photography, I got into it and I continued. I continued making videos throughout my travels. And so ELSI was that for a while. It was essentially a travel blog for 4 or 5 years when it first started. And at some point I really wanted to bring people along. I really wanted to begin sharing other people's journey. And I did let's see, maybe 4 interviews, but instead of, interviews like this face to face in person, I would send them questions and they would write to me their answers. I remember I had featured one of my childhood friends on there. I don't think I have it up. I don't think I have any of them up. I think that they may be on the website, but I don't think I have them linked. But yeah, and then I had some of my friends, my college friends, featured on there. And so, yeah, because I was like, it got to a point when I was like, whoa, we're sharing stories, right? So let's do that. This is okay, so I have, how long is this? I have 10 more minutes. I'm looking at the clock because, girl, I don't want to have to press record again and then cut and edit. No, I'm not doing all that. Anyways, so that was ELSI for a while. And then after I graduated and, when I stopped traveling, obviously, because your girl had to work and all these things and adulting, in my senior year, I got, I became certified in integrative nutrition for, integrative, what do they call it? Integrative nutrition health coach. Yeah, I was thinking it was something else. Integrative nutrition health coach. I'm from the Integrative Nutrition School, and you can search it up. And this was I completed it while I was in Brazil. I think I started to complete it. No, I began it while I was in Brazil in fall 2017. Yeah. And so I completed that only with the intention of just learning. And I could get into, the history, or like the, how I got into holistic health, because that's a whole other story. Oof. Maybe that could be the next episode. I don't know. Um, but I essentially got into that, but I didn't, the program was, it revolved like learning about holistic health and also how to create a business, out of it. And so I didn't go into it with the intention of creating a business, because the word business to me always seemed very like, I just want people's money. I had that very negative connotation towards it. And soon enough, I learned that it's not that if you don't make it that. And so I decided to launch, an online health coaching business, which to date I have, I launched it April in 2019, I believe. And I decided for that to be under ELSI, because essentially, it's still empowering people's stories, and it's still very much, all about sharing your experiences and learning from it. It's just a different method, right? Yeah, I'm guiding someone to live their desires, as I explain it, ELSI to mindfully being, it's called mindfully being to be. And so yeah, that's how I explain it to be, like, just, guiding people to their desired life. And so I launched that in April 2019, and I had coached 2 clients then, and I think in 2021 I coached another client. So I've coached 3 clients, which absolutely, like, one of the best experiences of my life, one of the best leaps I've ever taken. And it's been absolutely incredible being able to work on that. And so for that time, I worked on just on health coaching, and I put out some, health coaching related content, or just health and well-being content on Instagram, which I'm super proud of, because in 2021, I really grinded, and I started growing the Mindfully Being by ELSI page, which is also super interesting. This whole idea of branding, I've become really good at. Not to toot my own horn, but I've become really good at. And so, it's been absolutely incredible. I could also talk about the branding aspect of it and learning how to do it in a different video. But trust me when I say I've rebranded ELSI so many times, and also Mindfully Being. Mindfully Being, not as much, but ELSI, yes. And so ELSI, what am I thinking? Mindfully Being, and after that, it's essentially now this year where we are. I stopped working on it because I got a full-time job, and obviously being able to adjust to that becomes quite difficult, and especially the job that I'm doing, man. It's really tough when you're doing a job that requires you to pour, for people to pour a lot of emotions onto you, and for you to also do the same in a way that's, to take care of them. And it's like, it's definitely like, not like, it is social work. And so it's difficult to come back home and just wanting to talk and do this, because you've done that. I've done that all day, and I just want to, like, be in a corner, dark room, and just, like, have the world just become quiet. So now, where is ELSI headed? Well, I'm working on a really incredible project right now that I'm super excited to share about. And hopefully, I'm not sure in which episode, but I'll definitely share about it soon enough. And I'm just thrilled. I'm thrilled because it's gonna take ELSI on a whole other level. And it's exactly where I want to be headed. And it's incredible. So as I mentioned the first episode, I do want to get to the point where I can bring people on, whether it's maybe I won't be able to record them, in video, but maybe I can find a way to like do interviews through the phone and record it. That's, I think, the easiest way, because I don't have a studio, and I also don't have a setup for people to come to my home and for me to record, and I also just have one mic. But anyways, I don't know. I'll figure something out whenever the time comes. And for now, it's just me, and we'll see where we go with this. I just really wanted to start. I was tired of kind of waiting for things to be perfect or for me to have the equipment necessary or like all these things. I don't know. I just really wanted to get started on this. So that's a little bit about, I mean, that's essentially how ELSI got created, and a little bit of where it's going. In the future, I really want to get like a travel fund for ELSI, so I can be able to sponsor people's travel, whether they're students or not. Likely, I'll probably focus on sponsoring students, but either way, regardless, I really want to encourage people through ELSI to travel and just be curious about, you know, the world around them. And so like that's one of the things I want to do. The other thing, oh, I forgot to mention that I have postcards up. Yeah, I had started, I I had launched no, not launched, but I started selling postcards early last year. And I got the setup and everything, but then work picked up and it became chaos, and I also started like, you know, becoming an adult, moving into my own place, and that was like, oof, you already know how that goes for those who know. So I have that. They're still up on my website. You can place orders. Honestly, they've always been live. So you're welcome to, you know, to check them out. And through that, I wanna, you know, I was gonna go into like creating some type of photo book. Anyways, this is about to cut, so I feel like I'm rushing, but I just hope, yeah, it'll get better. I'll get better at this as time goes. I know I will, so I'm just gonna trust myself on that. For now, yeah, this is it, and thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and I'm really, really excited about all of this. In the future, I promise to answer any questions or like just go into the, you know, the specific details of some of the things that it's been to create ELSI. And so I'm really excited about that, but I just wanted to give an overview, you know. Anyways, take care of yourself, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Okay. Adios, mi gente. Ciao. Beijos. Mwah, mwah.